Haven't shown you this table in a while. Had eggplant with my dinner last night. Look at that. Christmas tomato. Well, actually, that one will be gone by then. What do we have, T-Rex? How's your day? What's the temperature? It's only 36 degrees. This barometer is wrong. It says it's an accurate weather system, but it's an wrong. 30.19. How about 30.40? Just past low tide. What do you think, T-Rex? We having a nor'easter? Ha! Kind of looks like one. Kind of feels like one. But it's not. The barometer is rising, high pressure. I call it a high barometer nor'easter. What is wind? Air moving from high to low pressure. It's a 1048 high in southeastern Canada, and there's about a 1002 low southeast of Nantucket, and it's more windy by almost a double on Nantucket this morning, gusting close to 40 miles an hour. Top of Mount Washington, 18 miles per hour. How does that happen? Well, they're closer to the center of the high pressure system, so it's an ocean storm. And the buoy at Boston Harbor is reporting 11 feet 9 seconds. Who's paddling out? Expert only surf weather today. What about ski weather? Well, where you got areas making snow, there's a few nice trails, but it is not great ski or surf weather today, but it's very interesting as a meteorologist and a weather fan to watch what's going on. You can see the clearing sky. Well, not clearing, actually, it's clouding, but it's clear right now in Worcester County and points west where the temperature is only about 20 degrees. Rex, I'm going to make a run for it and see if I can get down below the wind to call the play-by-play here. You want to come? Is there ice in the bucket? No, there's not ice in the bucket because it's 35 degrees, but still, that's pretty impressive considering the ocean is 50 degrees, so this is a very cold air mass. All right, maybe I'll go right over here. I'm gonna hide right here behind this fence and do this weather forecast for New England. It depends on where you are. Sunny in western and northern New England. Pretty day with blue sky and not too much wind. But if you're anywhere near the shore, here's the radar. It's raining a little bit in southeastern Massachusetts. The guidance hasn't been handling this very well, but it's such a long flow over the ocean, which the ocean's very wet, and that moisture goes up into the sky and makes these low clouds, and these low clouds extend all the way from eastern Canada down to the middle Atlantic states along the shore. One after another storm. We have that bomb way out in the middle of the ocean, yes, generating what, 35 to 40 foot seas, and then there's almost like an appendix here closer to New England, generating 20 to 25 foot seas, but the two are piggybacking, and that's sending a long period swell all the way across the North Atlantic, which, look at this, you know, you want to go down the beach and see some waves. It's a 14-second period swell coming in here tomorrow night and Monday. Now, for the surf weather, I'm going to skip over the short term here to talk about the surf. On Monday, the wind is going to die down a little bit, and we're expecting 2-meter swell at 14 seconds. Expert surfers will probably be out there. I mean, I'm not going out in that kind of swell. I can't do that. That's over my head. And am I going skiing? No, I don't think so either. So surf weather Monday. What about ski weather? We have a clipper coming our way. One of the things I like to do first thing in the morning is look at the lightning map. Now, that shows some lightning near Oklahoma. That energy over Oklahoma is headed to the east. Also lightning over California. That energy, that's part of the system that's going to cross the nation. That's the big ticket item we've been talking about. Another major snowstorm out west, and that system is the one that's supposed to bring us a big storm the second half of next week, but that's changing. All right, so what was I talking about? We got that lightning. So the lightning over Oklahoma, that's just going to fuel the southern end of the clipper that's coming across Minnesota this morning. That's going to buzz across New York, and then with this Greenland block, that system is going to go to the south of New England with a shield of snow. It looks like a few inches possible somewhere near New York City, believe it or not, but it's kind of warm near New York City, so it would have to be Hunter Mountain for ski weather here. Maybe some snow on Monday morning. May actually snow a little bit right up into Boston. And the rain snow line probably prevent any accumulating snow in the coastal areas here from Boston to Cape Cod. But this will be in the air, so it should be interesting. But that goes out over the ocean, and that really bombs out. That Oklahoma lightning causes that system to bomb out. So we still look at this looping storm here off of New England into southeastern Canada Monday night, Tuesday, and then we got sort of just a developing polar vortex. I mean, it's just dynamic cooling. It's not really a polar vortex, but it's really throwing a monkey wrench into our system. That system that comes back at us Tuesday night and Wednesday. Some very cold air aloft. I'm talking snow showers or squalls near the shore in the middle of the night Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday night, or is it Tuesday night into Wednesday? I'm losing track here. But anyway, that is almost looking like a polar vortex, and this is the reason for chaos now in the forecast for the next week's storm. It's creating sort of a roadblock, and according to the GFS, no storm at all. I'm not even going to show that. I mean, it's just completely gone. That'll probably come back. So the weather changes and the weather forecast changes, and the Euro, which has been trending south, 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 so much so that the rain snow line that used to be up near Montreal a few days ago is now down over New Jersey, and the snow completely misses northern New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Is that right? Well, that's what the guidance shows right now, but I do not think it's right. What the Euro has now is sort of a system looping around with days of snow still, but they would be from Pennsylvania to Massachusetts with blizzard conditions possible in parts of southern New England when you have a sub 980 low that's looping out there. I call that a blizzard loop. I learned that in the blizzard of 1978 when they get cut off at 500 millibars. They go east, then north, then west, then south, then east. That's the loop that this one is trying to do. Yesterday it was in the Gulf of Maine. Now it's south of Long Island. It's going to keep on changing. Hopefully this windshield washer effect that Dave mentioned, that Bernie mentioned, which I agree with. So the weather works in waves, and weather forecast works in waves also. So I think the GFS will bring that storm back, and I think the Euro will lift it back a little bit north, so I'm not giving up on good snowfall for ski country here. The 14-day for Boston, clearly a lot colder. Remember a few days ago there wasn't even one morning below freezing in the 14-day? Now there's only one day above 40. Talk about a major upheaval in the pattern. That's what we are experiencing now, and you can't even really trust a forecast beyond 48 hours. I'm still hoping for some snow or snizzle here, which is kind of tricky, given that it's 50-degree water out there. But game on, lots to talk about. Yesterday supposedly was the earliest sunset of the season, although 4:11 and 4:11 the day before, 4:11 today, 4:11 tomorrow. But anyhow, it was a clear sky, so I will leave you with my first attempt with this phone to do time-lapse sunset from Weymouth Port and moonrise from the ferry dock in Hingham. I should probably do a snow or a surf report too. I'm going to go down the beach at midday and look at those waves. Long one today. Time-lapse of sunset from Weymouth and moonrise from Hingham. T-Rex, probably not a big fan of just standing around watching it all, but it was fun.